Hi, Andrea here. This is my ethics video blog. I'd like to make 4 points on ethics in public speaking. They are perspective, citation, truthfulness, and kindness. The first one is perspective. In chapter 1 of our text on page 24, they talk about ethnocentrism. The definition that they give is the belief that one's own group or culture is superior to all other groups or cultures. This is something that you don't want to do. And this comes to truth in speaking, that you have to have perspective of who you're talking to, not only in the physical space that you're in, but also in a broader context. With something as nice as the device that I'm using here, you can very easily be recorded and shared to a much larger audience than what you have in your physical space. So keeping perspective of different views is very important. The second I had was citation, which is coincidentally something that I used for perspective, is I cited the definition from our text. It's important to give credit where credit is due. It talks about plagiarism and how that comes in many different forms. It's not just it doesn't have to be an entire piece. You can also plagiarize smaller snippets of something. Plagiarism corrupts 2 of Aristotle's rhetorics. It can corrupt your ethos and your logos. So ethos, your credibility can be lost, and that also can affect your karma. You know, things do come back around. There's a broader perspective. There's a broader perspective on things, and karma is a real thing. Logos can also be affected by plagiarism because credibility and quality go into logos, and if you can lose your own credibility by plagiarizing. The third one is truthfulness, which is kind of like plagiarism, but you can be untruthful without plagiarizing. It's not, you can use your own words in a false context, make things up. I have karma again. Karma is a big one. And I have a note that most higher powers discourage lying. So that's something you should please your higher powers. Honesty is the best policy. And the last one is to be nice. And I touched on ethos and logos, and be nice is under pathos, is your appeal to others. If you're nice and you're kind and you're chipper, that's going to be something that's going to be a plus for you. So I think, wrapping it all up, that all of mine can go underneath the umbrella of Aristotle's rhetoric, which is what we learned from Alex Lyon. And the last thing I'd like to say is that if you do things right the first time, if you prepare yourself well, you take good notes and you do your research, you know, it's like in the movie, if anybody's seen the movie Happy Gilmore, where he's a hockey player that plays golf. And he gets a hole-in-one, and he goes, wow, it's so much easier to get it in on the first try. Then you don't have to putt. So it's kind of the same thing. If you just prepare yourself, you take some good notes, if you do it right the first time, everybody will be a lot more happy. That being said, I won't say how many takes it took me to make this short video. Thanks.